As the day draws closer for the staging of the 2-1-day international matches at Windsor Park in Roseau, I consider it opportune to issue a call for the naming of the stands and other areas of the facility after well-deserved cricketers. You will observe I said cricketers and not cricket officials or sportsmen. Whether we like it or not, what we have at Windsor Park is a well-thought-of, properly designed cricket facility that affords us the privilege to be used for other activities. Of the 4 Windward Islands, Dominica was unfortunately the second to have one of its sons play Test cricket or play cricket for the West Indies. Indeed, we could have been the first, had the selectors looked at Mr. Alec Reid. Mr. Alec Reid, of course, was a former wicket-keeper. Despite this, we persevered and we elated, though somewhat surprised, when Grayson Shillingford, now deceased, was called up in the 70s. Grayson's call-up was followed by that of Irvin Shillingford, Norbert Phillip, and Adam Sanford. Having issued earlier calls for areas of the Windsor Park facility to be named after all cricketers, I advanced a suggestion for the areas to bear the names of persons who have played Test cricket. I went on further to make mention of other persons like Caleb Laura, Thomas Kentish, Lockhart Sebastian, Augustus Rice Gregoire, and Val Felix. Indeed, the names that I've just mentioned could have easily played cricket, Test cricket that is, for the West Indies. And certainly these persons have come from other Caribbean countries, they would have. Nowhere in my earlier suggestion did I make mention of the names of officials, for it is very rare in sporting history that we have facilities or areas thereof named after officials. Certainly Caribbean cricket history is void of such suggestions. With days away from the sale of tickets for the 2-1-day internationals, the relevant authorities should make public their intentions for the names of the different areas of the Windsor Park Stadium. As always, I am humbled in making suggestions. These or any suggestions do have historical connotations and so will be void of any vendetta. And so once again, I make a passionate plea for names to be attached to the different areas of the facility. In so doing, I venture to suggest the following. The Players' Pavilion, after our first Test cricketer, Grayson Shillingford, now deceased. The South Stand, Norbert and Adam Sanford. The West Stand, Irvin Shillingford. The North Stand, the North Stand, Caleb Laura and Lockhart Sebastian. The East Stand, Augustus Gregoire and Val Felix. Southern End, Thomas Kentish. Northern End, Jerome Mello. And the Media Center after discharge. I am not here to tell government or any other authority what to do with their facility. I'm simply making my concerns known to the public. Throughout the history of cricket in the world, we have never had, and you can check it, you can go and do all the research that you want to do, never has there been a facility named after any official. Not a cricket umpire, not a football referee, not a boxing referee, nothing. There's nowhere I can lay my hands on, there's nowhere in the world I know of that a cricket facility or part thereof is named after an official. And therefore, my suggestion is based on those historical facts. Guaranteed, let me finish, guaranteed that Billy has an outstanding career, an illustrious career. And you might want to say that Dominica will be the first to do it. If Dominica wants to be the first to do it, let Dominica be the first to do it. But I still have problems with that. I still have problems in the Players' Pavilion being named after Billy Doctorow. The name Players implies just that. I'm not saying that part of the facility. As a matter of fact, I would venture to suggest it. And we can probably, and if we talk about the first, we can probably be the first to name a cricket stadium after an umpire. We can probably do that. We can call it the Billy Doctorow Cricket Stadium or the Billy Doctorow Facility. But a players' pavilion, I have a problem with just that little aspect of it. History record, and if Dominica is the first, let Dominica be the first. But nowhere can I find in the annals of any cricketing or sporting history that a facility or part thereof is named after an official. Billy Doctorow is an official. Billy Doctorow is not a cricketer. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you want to be the first, we can be the first and name the stadium after him. But the problem I have is with Players Pavilion being named after. That's a problem I have. There is a place for Billy Doctorow if we can find it. So then why did you not include him in what I didn't include him because, as I said, the facilities that we have throughout the world that I know of, I do not know of any part thereof of any facility that is named after an official, and therefore I would not want to go down that road.
Because I'm sure you are also aware that the committee that was put together also have recommendations in naming a name. I'm sure you're aware of that. And it was rejected.
I don't know that.
You don't know that? No? So are you saying that aware of what was officially approved by cabinet?
No, I can't be. How can I be? How can I be aware of what is officially approved by cabinet?
You're not aware that everybody knows?
I don't know. Everybody knows that.
I
have gotten some in.
The association is aware, the manager of the stadium is aware, everybody is aware.
I am not sure whether the Cricket Association is aware. I know the president of the Cricket Association is aware because the president is the committee. I listened to a teleconference, if I may use that term, this morning, and the president of the Cricket Association categorically stated that the Dominica Cricket Association was not approached in suggesting names for the different areas of the facility. I am saying the justification for naming the Players Pavilion is after our test cricketers. That's the criteria I use, for persons who have played test cricket. I'm saying that for persons who have played test cricket, you have to find the name. And I gave the reason. I said Grayson Shillingford is our first test cricketer. And therefore, the Players Pavilion, to me, should have been named after him. That is my suggestion. As to other areas of the stadium being named after Billy or after an official, I use the term official, I have a little problem with that, with areas of a facility being named. I do not know. I'm saying that nowhere in all my research, in all my travels, whatever it is, do I know of an area of a facility that is named after an official. But it is a cricket stadium. It's by design. It is a cricket stadium that other things are being things. Right? I have no problems with that. So if you were to go and name, I have suggested names. Right? If you were to go and name and say the South Stand or the Northern End or whatever it is after Billy, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I would have a problem if the media center was named after Billy. It could not be named after Billy. So why is the Players Pavilion named after him?
And then why do you want a pavilion now to be named after Billy?
You see, it is better. You see, a player. All right, the stadium can be named after. We just said that Billy is an outstanding sports personality, right? Billy is an outstanding sports personality, so we can name the stadium after him. But the Players Pavilion in there, it's just that's a bone of contention that I have.